Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing a RAKDOS deck here. We're actually Jund, so it's basically complete RAKDOS, but we are splashing green just for the one card that really makes going into Jund sacrifice actually worthwhile, especially in standard right now. Yeah, there is food, which is really powerful. It's really good, and you can dive into all of the the Guild Goose, the Trial, or whatever, all those different things. There's or Trail of Crumbs, that's what it is, and Wicked Wolf. All those things are really good, but you end up going completely into three colors. And right now, with the different pathways that we have, everything like that, like even this deck, we're running like the Triomes just to try to get some extra colors for the RAKDOS, but we're only able to run about 5 sources of green because there's not that many good green sources outside of Fable Passage or anything like that to make sure that you're getting the consistency that you need to be able to play the good stuff for the RAKDOS sacrifice type deck, or just RAKDOS deck in general. And so I saw this idea online and I kind of took it and kind of changed up a couple of things here on my side. But overall, I think this deck is actually pretty fun. So I'm excited to try it out and try to see what it does. But the basic idea of this is we're playing the RAKDOS sacrifice, RAKDOS good value town, good stuff thing, and we just happen to be running 2 copies of Korvold in here as well, and 5 sources to find it. So 1 forest, 5 or 4 pathways, and I guess of course there's the Fable Passage, so I guess that brings us up to 9 ways to go find green mana if we need it. And then other than that, we are just trying to do some good stuff. So we have Skyclave Shade, which honestly I haven't played with that much, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me today as I'm playing this, so hopefully that doesn't turn off too many of you guys. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure I'm getting good gameplay out there, but I honestly haven't played too many of these the decks that are played very often out there, because I typically do a lot of jinkier stuff. That's what you guys usually like. At the same time though, I think it is fun to kind of take a good package of something that's really powerful, something that like Bone Crusher Giants, Woe Striders, all these cards that are just powerful in general, and then try to add in a little bit of spice to it. And seeing someone else doing that exact same thing out there, I had to showcase it. That's what gets me excited about Magic is, all right, I get what's good, I get what's out there and everyone is doing. Let's go ahead and twist that up a little bit, add a little bit of extra spice, a little sizzle there for you. And that's what we're doing today. So Korvold RAKDOS is what we're playing. So let's go and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Up against Ocean. I feel like anytime I see Ocean, I'm like, is it Ocean's 11? Is it Ocean's, like, it's just Ocean? Okay, that's cool. I think it is funny that this deck has almost as many ways to find white mana as it does green mana, which is pretty cool, I guess. So yeah, we're doing that. Play out the Triome. Got Bone Crushy, got Woe Strider into Village Rites and such, and claim the Firstborn, which will be really nice. So hold up Crushy boy. Pass the turn. What are we up against here? Is this 4-color shenanigans going on? Do I want to crush now? I guess not. We'll pass the turn. Get out a Woe Strider. Pass again. Village Rites feels pretty nice for some extra card draw. Hopefully we can claim the Firstborn on something here to grab that. Or not. Swinging with Woe Strider. I think we just play out the other Woe Strider here. Okay, Omen of the Forge. It's our Woe Strider. We have double Village Rites. So let's go ahead and sacrifice here. Another land. This lets us get up to the 5 mana for Woe Strider. It also adds a green mana for us. Sure, I'm okay getting a land here. I guess if we're going to draw 2 cards or 3 cards, maybe it's not as worthwhile, but we're still going to do it. All right, Village Rites, draw some cards. Crone War. Not sure how much that's going to be useful here. How useful that's going to be. Pass the turn. Omen of the Forge. Not a lot of people play this card anymore. So I'm guessing some sort of like Yorion shenanigans. That's typically when you're doing it. When you're playing this card. Polychronos. Polychronos. Alright, we're definitely going to snag that. And then probably Village Rites it right away. They're not going to be able to get it back anytime soon, so yeah, we're just going to do that. I guess we can hold it up. Let's go ahead and go green mana here, go a Crone War. Snag the Polychronos. Swing in. Pass the turn. Yeah, we'll try to get in a hit with it, but as soon as it goes back, we're definitely village rightsing it. Still kind of getting used to this deck. Like, honestly, I don't typically play this, the RAKDOS stuff. Anytime I build decks, I tend to like build the other things that people aren't playing as much. And so it is kind of weird sometimes, just like playing the decks that everyone else plays. It's like, oh, that's actually good. What? Up against the Sanctum of All. This deck always terrifies me because I've been beaten by it so many times. The number of triumphs they're playing, though, gives me some hope. Hopefully we can just kind of get in for enough damage here. So let's... how much damage do we have? We have 12 damage. With Claim the Firstborn on Woe Strider. We can put it onto the Bone Crusher, but I kind of want the ability to use it for other stuff. Let's go... Yeah, let's play out the Woe Strider. We're going to go ahead and Claim the Firstborn, get in for a little bit of hastiness. Hit for 12. And I think we're just trying to find a way that we can do those last few points of damage before they find anything else super good. Down to 5. Pass the turn. Make sure that I village rights on the end step before this goes away. I guess I could do it as it's triggering, but I have mana left up for a reason. All right, Sanctum of All. Goes and grabs the black one, or the blue one. Okay, digging for board wipe then. All right, that makes sense. Makes some sense. Do you find it? Not a lot of white mana, so no Shadow of the Skies. Actually, okay, there's the white mana. It's weird seeing the different arts on these because it is different. All right, how many cards in the graveyard? Still not too many. All we have to do is hit in with one Woe Strider. Blood Chief's Thirst. All right, let's activate there. Get a Scry. Triome, no. We want some way to give something haste. Like a worst case scenario, we want to be able to get like a Claim to Firstborn. So resolve that. Okay, Village Rights, Plukernos. Wrinkle's pretty nice. Yeah, passed my turn. Untapped land. Nice. Okay, perfect. Now we get Bone Crusher and the Wrinkle. All the good stuff. I think we want another red source here. Go Wrinkle. And there we go. Got the scoop. Sweet. Good play. Yeah, that's one of the biggest issues. I do think that this deck as well, like all the 5-color type of decks that are out there, like honestly, maybe even the planar bridge with Essica gets better because it goes probably into this type of deck, although it only hits creatures and planeswalkers. But you can play something like this with Ugin, do crazy shenanigans. I don't know, it's something like that. But I do think that this deck probably gets better when we have better lands. I don't know. All right, up against Philidor. And we do have Kroxa. We don't have the third land to like play Kroxa and the Village Rights right away. I kind of want to hope for that. Let's go ahead and keep this though. We'll try for it. We can hold up Heartless Act one turn, try to draw a land for a couple turns. and see if we can get that. Because like the card draw, I think is definitely what we're needing, especially if we're up against any kind of control. I shouldn't be cracking this while they're scrying. Here, let me telegraph some information for you. Guys, it's late right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm recording late at night. Just decided to start doing 2 videos a day on YouTube, and so getting used to the schedule. Okay. All right, there's a land. Nice. Which let's go ahead and get that out then. Pass the turn. All right. Is this Doom Foretold? Esper Doom of some sort? Without the Yorion actually in the man zone, which in some cases I can see being better. All right, so now we get the Kroxa. Grab a black source. This is nice. That's nice. All right, hold up full control. I'm not sure if just putting that there actually stops it. So auto pay. Yep. Kroxa. We will village rights. There we go. Get some extra card draw, hit our lands, make sure that we're hitting our land drops. Which, yeah, we do want to be getting up to like 5 mana with this deck, just because there's enough things that we do as well as play out cards. So 5-6 mana is really important. We only have 4 at the moment, but non-land should be coming off the top of the deck now, hopefully. We might just go Rankle and start making them discard. Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, we're not that worried about that. I think it's just Rankle, start getting some discard going. Gonna make us discard? Bring it on. Alright, so discard a card. We could go for a little bit of aggro and actually pay the 1 as well. Against a Doom Foretold, what do we want to do? I think it's just cause him to discard. We'll get rid of Heartless Sack, which might be kind of dead except for Yorion. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Rankle. It's kind of expecting them to not have removal for this one, but it's all good. Luckily, a lot of our creatures get past the Elspeth's Nightmare, which is actually really nice with this deck. In fact, I think everything does. And because it's being used so much right now, it's really nice. A lot of our stuff is at the 3 toughness mark as well, or higher. Well, I guess not the Shade or the Wolf Strider, but Wolf Strider can be. Shade can be. Not too shabby. I do not have the deck list up just yet. I'll get that up in a little bit. All right, we also are filling the graveyard for Kroxa. We wouldn't mind a red source, and I have the red source and didn't play it. Oops. All right, let's go Rankle. Yeah, that was interesting. Swing with Rankle. Throwing out the green source too is kind of funky. I saw it and I did it. Goes for some removal. All right. Woe Strider, hold up Heartless Act. Exiles our graveyard now. Yeah, I made it. That was definitely a misplay. I should have bolted in the Shadow Soul Smashing, got out the Kroxa, caused some more discard. They probably would have Hugger Mauling the Kroxa, which then we would have had the Rankle online. This is just me getting used to the deck. That was just a misplay from inexperience with the deck. And let me reiterate, it's late at night, okay? Okay. Yeah, okay, passes my turn. Swinging with Woe Strider. Do we bolt for this if they're going to have a board wipe? We kind of want to fill the graveyard again. So I guess, sure. Because we still want to be able to bring back Woe Strider potentially as well. And also just to have a bigger threat. Empty our hand so that we have Castle Lockbane available. ECD comes a Colin. It's the Woe Strider. I don't think I can sacrifice itself, right? We'll still sacrifice a goat, though. Wouldn't mind finding a Korvold. In this matchup, that would be great. I think this is the matchup where we want to find Korvold. Where just having that extra value would be really, really nice. Alright, swing with Crushy Boy. Can't draw with Castle Lockbane and play this, but that's fine. Kicker. There we go. It's a 5/3. It's Skyclave Shade. I've not been playing this card very much, and it's good. It's real good. It's a threat. So what are we worried about? I guess Doom Foretold would be pretty annoying. We're fine to get Skyclave Shade out into the graveyard. Even though it's higher power right now, I think we still have the chance of replaying that more often, right? So Doom Foretold really doesn't affect us too much here. I think it's got to be board wipe. They know that we have the Heartless Axe, so even a Yorion, well, it does take care of the Bone Crusher Giant. They're still taking 5. If we have any other kind of like hasty threat or anything like that, which we don't really. Croc's looking it in for some damage, I guess. Dance of the Mans, Doom Foretold's. Alright. Resolve. We'll sacrifice the Clave. Timrit Calls the Dead. Alright, get in for 4. Even though this costs more, drawing a card and hitting a land is somewhat tempting as well, but let's just go Timrit. Get some extra stuff out there. Get rid of a Crushy Boy. Get a 2/2. Now we also have something to sacrifice to the Doom Foretold, which is nice. Gets rid of our Heartless Act. Now they might be able to play the Yorion. Or a Dream Trawler. Yikes. A Crow in War, please. I did not see that get milled over. When did that happen? Oh, they discarded it earlier. Okay, yeah. Murder Strider, good play. Alright, we lose... I'm debating if I want to like draw a card now just to see what I'm doing here. I think we lose Timret. Tokens can actually get around some stuff, but I think we win by finding a way to get past this Dream Trawler there. Okay. So they can get hexproof. They can survive this turn. We have to swing with Bone Crusher and not the token. And then Doom Foretold. I mean, Chrome War doesn't do much for us anyway, because this only does damage equal to its power to itself, right? Yeah, so not super great. Yeah, now they get the life gain. Yep. If we could have gotten extra card draw here against this deck, like we could have stayed in the game, I think a Korvold would be sweet. Yeah, get rid of the Crone War. Not worth it here. Man, it's not bad. It's not a bad draw. Moment of the Sun. Okay. Double blocks, or do they just chomp? Chomps, okay. The issue is still this Dream Trawler. I don't know how we really get past that. So I can shock here, I can play out the other Bone Crusher, but we're dead in a couple turns. They get 2 cards drawn each turn. Castle Lock Queen also kind of hurts us because right now we have a 3-turn clock, but if we draw with that at all, then we're in trouble. I think we gotta find a way to just kind of go more aggro. Let's go ahead and kill the other token, play out the Bone Crusher. It's straightforward. It maybe being more risky would be better. Like getting out of Korvold would be sweet. We don't really have a lot of things to sacrifice though. I guess Doom Foretold sacrifices automatically for us, but we wouldn't be able to draw it and play it anyway. We just have to hope that we top deck it. Yeah, more card draw is bad for us, for sure. That's bad. And an ECD. Yeah, which means we lose the other Bone Crusher. Yeah, they got us. I'm interested to see what's off the top of our deck, but they definitely got us. Lose the Bone Crusher. Whoa, Strider. Whoa. Just checking this out. All right, yep. Nothing good. Moving on. Moving on. All right, against Arcalypse. And sorry, there's a car alarm going on in the background here, but we'll keep this hand. Some slow lands for sure, but Bone Crushy lets you keep a lot of different hands, so we like it. And so we'll keep it on top too. Robber the Rich. All right. You can have a Bone Crusher off the top. Dang it. That's annoying. I don't think we throw us out on green yet. Pass the turn. Crone War will be pretty nice here. Yeah, this is really nice, a Crone War matchup, so it's nice to have 2 of them. Also, the Shadow Skull Smashing. I say no to that. Sweet. Dude, getting a 2-for-1 out of that, and he couldn't play anything else this turn. Whoa, okay, that's huge for us. That is huge, huge, huge. We want an untapped land. So our options are kind of slim on as far as good untapped lands here. We do have Fabled Passage for the black mana for Wrinkle on the next turn, or the Crone War or whatever. So I guess it's just Bone Crushy. Get him out there with green mana. Pass the turn. Even just splashing green, it still is feeling a little bit funky here. Noticing that. We'll hold off on the Fabled Passage. If we have a Korvold, it's nice to have some card draw there. So Crone War, really nice here. We will absolutely take your Torbrand, hit for 6 instead of 4. Thank you. It's so kind. Crawling Barrens. This feels like a just straight up aggro deck. Fur of the Bitten. It's actually not terrible of a card. Pump, but it's consistent. Do we want to use another Crone War? My Stomp just kills it, right? Yeah, we'll just do that. We can play out the other Crushy. Thanks. Grab another red source or black source. I guess we can draw cards with Castle Lock Queen with the black source here. If we need to. Down to 4. Should be in pretty good shape here. Wrinkle also just gives us lethal. Even if they do have some sort of removal here. Annex. The annexation of Puerto Rico. And we'll just go for the Crone War number 2. Just in case they have removal. I think this is just better. And swing in. Good game. Not too shabby. Now that they targeted our Bone Crushers, it also just killed them immediately. So, yeah. I like that. All right, up against Genghis Khanage. I like that. And pretty sweet stuff. I like it. Decent hand. 3 colors. Not 3 colors. 3 lands. 2 colors. It's a keep. Somewhat of a curve. Definitely gotta go grab the black mana though. Not really wanting to find more red sources at the moment. Got plenty of those. Maze Mine Tome. Okay. Grab Black Source. Already got the green mana, so don't really need anything else if we throw it out on green. Still have to find the Kroxa. Or sorry, the Korvold? Too many K names. Alright, just Kroxa. Get some discard going. I do wonder if we want even more discard with this deck. Like if, what's the 2 mana exile something from hand or graveyard card? Could be pretty nice just for the sake of getting rid of more Ugins, because Ugins, there's a few cards that are just really hard to beat. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'll put that on green. Not really. Makes it hard to play Bone Crusher. I guess between this the Triome and everything, we'll be fine. Yeah, let's get out the green source while we can. I'm not sure if it's better to be playing out like Timeric Calls the Dead. That does fill the graveyard for Kroxa, right? But then we also have this pathway, which makes going for Kroxa kind of awkward. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Get a 2/2. Radiant Fountain number 2. The Chief's Thirst. Yeah, Ghost Rider I think was the better play. Get rid of the Rankle. We'll go Triome this turn. Next turn we can bolt in the Smashing and get in with Kroxa. We'll go Ghost Rider this turn. And then pass the turn. Draws with the Tome. Get some extra life gain from that soon. Dude, Maze Mine Tome is so good. The life gain and everything else going on is sweet. Alright, this also exiles our graveyard, huh? Alright, let's dig. What are we digging for? The Korvold would be pretty sweet. 2 Shades. That puts out a lot of pressure on board. It's not bad. And we can even haste one if we need to. Yeah, we'll keep that. I think this just leaves... Does Woe Strider stay in there? No, it dies first and then they get exiled. That's right. Alright, get out the Shade. Shade number 2. They're not going to have anything, right? So might as well get in for some damage while we can. Yeah. I really doubt they're going to have any creatures that are 3 Chromatic Cost or less. I think there is the Palladium Mirror or whatever they can play. Thank you. Down to 21. I mean, at this point, though, they're still getting to 6 mana on this turn. We have to get really lucky for them to not have everything for us here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just had a little bit too slow of a hand. We had a lot of 3 drops. Nothing really threatening in the early game with this one. It's got to get out of threat. It might be better to hold up Village Rites rather than Stomp, but we're going to try for this. They have 4 life gain they can get there. We'll see. Cling to dust. All right, swing in. Heartless Act. Yeah, we'll take 2 in Village Rites for sure. Actually, I guess we don't target, we just sacrifice it, right? The Crone War. Yes! Perfect. What do we have for answers for Ugin here? I don't think it's very much. Pass the turn. I think this one's over. Yeah, this one's over. All right, up against Grunge. No black mana. Got to mulligan this away. 2 colors, but only 2 lands. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep this. This is the first time we actually get a Korvold in hand. So I probably will drop either the Crone War or Rankle. I think it's Rankle. Just to have some more interaction. We're going to try to hold on to the Korvold if we can. Cool thing about Korvold, too, is that we can actually sacrifice the thing we pick up with the Crone War, which is pretty nice. So, follow the Fabled Passage, pass the turn. This is a chance for us to go grab green mana, but we really want red mana first. So, we're going to do that instead. Red-green. Probably holding up a Bone Crusher. That's what it feels like. I can feel it. Definitely that. Do I want to get out Triome now? We don't really have a target yet. Not sure if it's going to be hasty or anything. I'd rather just get out Timrit, Calls of Dead, and just kind of curve out here. Yeah, let's just get out Triome, pass the turn. Could be nice to hold up Heartless Act. But it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Alright, is this Teamer? Teamer Ultimatum? Yep. That's scary. Yep. Getting out the 3 blue sources. Sounds cool. Alright, now we need a green source really, really badly. Up to 5 mana, Migration Path. Get rid of a Crone War. Let's see here. I think we probably just throw out Bone Crusher as a threat, just in case. Like, they most likely have Ultimatum, but it might not be as big of stuff. This does hit Planeswalkers, which could be an answer for an Ugin, kind of. I don't know if we actually have an answer for an Ugin, so we'll just play this tapped. Pass the turn. I think we'd rather Crone War any big creature, Heartless Act anything else, and then Ugin, I don't think we can do enough damage to it to really get past that. Because Shadow Spell Smashing, we'd only have 2 damage we could even do to it. With X3 down, it still has 4. Now what are we looking for? We're looking for green mana. Because then Korvold could actually come out and do some stuff. But now we concede. Such is Ugin. That's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. All right, up against Mess Up, we have Scry, we're on the draw, and we have a ton of early game removal. I'm going to keep this hand. I know it's 2 land. Probably ought to be doing something else. Oh, man. An untapped black source would actually be really nice right about now. Oh, well, we got this. That is our 4th land. I guess we keep it. And it does give us a green source. We have 2 red sources, 2 black sources with Fabled Passage, and then a green source. So yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, let's go ahead and Blood Chief's Thirst. I'm debating if I might just go for the Fabled Passage now, so that we can play Blood Chiefs and Heartless Act if we want to. Yeah, that's what we do. Play it out, pass the turn. Intimidator. So intimidating. Wow. All right. Dude, I get loopy when it's later in the evening. Definitely, for sure. That's what's happening right now. Woe Strider. All right, so Blood Chief's Thirst again. Let's just get rid of stuff when we can. We'll go green mana with this now. Get them thinking. Whoa, what's up with that? Yeah, that's right. Hold up the Heartless Act. Torbrand. Oh no! Yeah, kill you. Honestly, maybe I should have a Crow and ward that one, but not yet. We'll throw out Fabled Passage, pass the turn. And opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, just having that was a perfect hand for that matchup. I feel like that never happens for me, where you have a hand, it's like, please have this hand before this matchup. And it actually happened this time. That was amazing. Life's good, guys. Life is great. All right, up against Freezer. 2 lands, all 3 drops. I don't think we can keep that one. We mulligan. 2 lands. Dude, I can never draw more than 2 lands. And I didn't build this land base, so for everyone that's getting angry at me, this is actually a deck that placed like pretty high in something. I made like 1 change, but it wasn't with the lands, so we'll keep this. Yeah, this is definitely keepable. I'm not sure which one's better. I think Timuret with the Croxa is better to be holding on to, right? Drop the Woe Strider. Maybe it's dropping the Claim the Firstborn, actually, because once you drop Woe Strider, this doesn't become quite as useful anymore. Temple of Malice. Another Croxa. In some ways that's nice, but if we're up against a red deck, I want some interaction. Robber of the Rich. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Blood Chief's Thirst. Sweet. We can't even steal anything by doing this right now. Yeah, we'll hold off on Claim the Firstborn. Pass the turn. Yeah, I definitely should not have dropped the Woe Strider. Oh, man. This is so bad. 2 lands off the top. Oh, oof, oof, oof. 2 tap lands, though. All right, we're definitely killing one of these guys. Let's pass the turn. We go for Stomp when we can. Heartless Act hits other things. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, we kill one of them. Yay. Untapped land gives us Bone Crusher, which is a pretty good blocker. Blood Chief's Thirst can't really hit it very well for them. They can't kick it without actually having black mana, because you can use any mana to cast it, but I think the kicker cost doesn't count. Does that count as a casting cost for it to then be any color to cast it? I'm not sure how that works. I don't believe it works that way. Stomps her face. Has it in their exile zone. That's cool for you, dude. Skyclave Shade also is a decent blocker. Might just slow him down a little bit. We're taking 2 regardless. They get to play still something else. If they have a shock, though, we're in trouble. Dude, a land would be nice. Maybe I should mulligan down to 5. Okay, going down to 6. I don't know how we really ever come back from going down to 6 with this. We don't have life gain in the deck. We don't actually play food for the life gain side of things. Yeah, they're just taking our entire board. Dude, mono red, still your stuff. Doesn't feel so great, man. So this goes to, this is ours, right? So Claim the Firstborn does do some pretty good stuff for us there. Can't attack itself. We could shock it. But it is a good blocker for us now. I think we just throw out a Shade as an extra blocker in case they have some removal. Just need to keep our life total never dropping below 6 basically now. Good luck. Yeah, we need to build up a bigger board before we go attacking. Wait. It goes back to them? It doesn't say go back to its owner at the beginning of turn, but I thought that was just like the rule was just given on that. So we gain control of target creature with convert mana cost 3 or less until end of turn. So they still keep the control on that. That's actually really interesting. Because it's our Woe Strider. Claim the Firstborn never specifies that at the end of turn it goes back to its controller. And so therefore it goes back to them. I was wondering if that would happen. I assumed that it would just like that was a given, but I guess if it doesn't say it, then it doesn't say it. So lame sauce. Dude, I just want more than 2 lands. Just once. I want more than 2 lands just once. Atrocitus Rex, can't you do that for me? Just one time, give me more than 2 lands. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan and try to find more than 2 lands. We're on the draw. We have Crocs on turn 2. We have Skyclave Shade the turn after. Can't block, though. We don't really have interaction. If we get up to the Woe Strider, we're in pretty good shape. We have 2 blockers for anything aggro. I want to keep it. Mulligan until I find 4 lands. Seriously. I mean, I feel like this is a keepable hand. If we draw 2 lands, this is a really, really powerful curve. Really good hand, everything like that. If we don't, then it's not as good. And the other thing too, like what I'm banking off as well is that from my experience, Fable Passage, while it's like should be technically like thinning the deck, it seems to put a land on top pretty consistently. I would say like 80% of the time. I find a land off the top whenever I play Fable Passage. So we'll see. Fable Passage, pass the turn. Grab that black source. Bone Crusher is nice. Not a land, but it is nice. I do think that I ought to be mulliganing more aggressively. That's probably one of the biggest like mistakes that I probably make in my gameplay in general. Is I'm not quite as aggressive as I ought to be with everything. All right, Brushfire down to 19. Before we can't technically interact too well to lands, and so if they do end up having a Fable Passage here, we can't. They can react to the Bone Crusher before we could kill it. So do it now. Last turn. That wasn't a land either. I hope you know. Apparently my theory of Fable Passage was wrong. Darn it. We're extending time until Arena's like, nah, it's time for Screw Jeff. Let's just screw Jeff. Let's just do that instead. Skyclave Shade can come out. I think I'd rather just throw out Croxa now. Get rid of, hopefully stop them from having as much action while we're still digging to get back into the game. Skyclave Shades, I actually read it since last match, and it does not block. Forgot about that little line of text. There's so much text on that thing, you know, that I forget about that part sometimes. Oh gosh, we're taking 7. At least there's not an Embercleave on this turn. We're waiting for next turn for that to happen. Yep, that's lots of pain. You gotta be kidding me, come on. 12 cards, no lands, and we scoop. That's how it works. We were on the draw, and yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. It's all good. Up against Daniel O'Ryan. There is 4 lands in this hand. We're keeping this for sure. I don't even know how to play like this though. Like, is this even Magic anymore? I don't think so. I don't trust it. Fatal Passage. What you playing here? Some sort of aggro I'm feeling. Lotus Cobra. Well, we kill that with fire as soon as humanly possible. Nah, nah, nah. Not in my house. Visionary. That kind of blocks all of our things. Yeah, we just kill it again. Don't want them ramping up too much here. I do feel like this deck kind of fits into that realm of the mid-range where like it does well against the aggro decks that are out there, but we're so slow against these more control-y decks. We're like, yeah, we had some interaction, we did some things, but now there's not a big enough threat for us to actually do too much with. Wrinkle is a thing that is a threat and does stuff, but what we're gonna do, let them draw cards here, let them find the answers for board wipes and all the removal that the control decks are running, or like something that's a little bit higher mid-range, you know, I guess. And I'm just not sure if that's the way you play with us. So we can throw Skyclave Shade to the graveyard easily enough. Do we try drawing cards and having them take damage? I think we try to tempo him here as much as possible. So we just cause him to discard. We can get rid of the Shade, get that back on the next turn. Play that and Bone Crusher probably, maybe Woe Strider. Yeah, Temple of Milady. Maze Mind Tome number 2. Kept it on top. Interesting. That's another Woe Strider. I mean, honestly, stringing those together is not a bad play. It's not the worstest. We definitely want discard. I want to throw this out in green. I think we do play out the Shade. Do I want to kick it? They have Heartless Act that could be really nice for us. Let's go ahead and swing in first. Make him discard again. Can't stop what's on top of the library, though. Get rid of Woe Strider. Those can come back. And I think I'd rather... Do I want to go wide? 2 even cards. Yeah, I think if it's an extinction event, I'd rather have this on as a 3/1 and then this as out here as well. Go Crushy boy. Pass the turn. So even as an extinction event, it does get hit 4 or 6 power, but we get to keep Bone Crusher. What's the worst thing? Garruk would actually be pretty annoying. Throwing out 2 wolves, we wouldn't be able to really deal with it. Unless you found like a Necron War or something to get rid of one of the tokens. Vivian just does nothing. Very interesting. Intriguing. Tempting to throw the Woe Strider first to draw cards to then know what we want to discard. But we'll just do this instead. I was kind of waiting to see if they had some sort of interaction. It felt like that was what's happening. Alright. Village Rites. Murder Strider is gonzoed. No life gain for you, fool. 7. How close are we? It needs 5 cards, 4 other cards, so almost there. All right, Woe Strider. Pass the turn. Maze Mind Tome. They have life gain here. So their life total's at 11, basically. I do wonder if one Castle Embereth might be worthwhile, just for the goats to occasionally hit in as well. Have the ability to go wide. Opponent skips it up. All right. Oh yeah, we don't have any creatures power 2 or less, huh? Sucks to be you, dude. That's the kind of stuff I usually run up against. Yeah, that's nice. Not too shabby at all. Sweet. All right, so we played Korvold RAKDOS. Unfortunately, the only time that we really found a Korvold was in hands that we ended up having them scoop early for, or like didn't actually find it. Which, I mean, the whole idea is this is a RAKDOS deck in general as well that just happens to also run Korvold. So I do think it's powerful. This is a deck that's been proven by other people, not necessarily me, because I ended up having a negative percentage with it. I also was playing in ranked right away without actually testing out the deck, knowing the deck as well. I think this is also built for best of 3 instead as well. I made some like slight changes with it, but overall, the deck is fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you guys are here to the end of the video, a keyword for you guys is fake cursed. And fake cursed and land cursed. That's how I always am. I have been cursed by Korvold to never find the things I need in anything. Or honestly, this is where I feel like I'm cursed. Honestly, is I will build decks where I play like four of a certain card. I'll play a bunch of ways to draw into it or tutor or something like that, and I'll record a video, and I never see that card for like 8 games. No matter what I do, it's the last card every single time. You know, all 4 of them just like, nope, we're gonna hang out on the bottom of the library, that kind of stuff. So I am fakers. That's the keyword for it. If you guys are a secret word, if you guys made it to the end, I definitely appreciate it. You can throw it down in the comments below. Lets me know that you actually made it to the end. I appreciate that very much. It actually helps me out a lot. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.